Just a little video here on some of the parts and pieces of a Race Track Keg. There wasn't one on YouTube, so here goes nothing. The lids are different, as you can see. These large O-rings are essentially the same as the ones we use on standard corny kegs. Now this PRV simply screws apart. It's definitely different than the ones we normally see. And this one seems to be in good shape. This keg apparently leaks, which is why I ended up getting it at a reasonable price. You'll see the ball lock connections are quite similar to everything else we use. They have a rubber gasket and the spring. 7/8 wrench takes them off. One thing you'll find different is these nylon spacers that apparently are common in racetrack kegs. There's also this little plastic dip tube, and I'm gonna try to see if a regular dip tube fits in there. I don't know why you would need a plastic one specifically, but that goes in there, and then your spacer goes on top, and then you put your connection on. And I'm gonna order some of these pieces. The same goes for the liquid side. You'll see there's a big recessed area here, and it does take a larger, I guess you would call that an O-ring or a spacer, to seal that. And then on top of that O-ring, you'll have another spacer, and this one looks like dog shit. So I ordered another one of those as well. But you can see that the pieces inside of a racetrack keg are much different than your standard corny keg. So if you end up with one, here's a video on sort of how they go together. And you can get your parts on Adventures in Homebrewing. That's where I found them. There's a $50 kit that replaces the lid and all these plastic pieces, but there's also an option to order just these nylon spacers for like $1 or something like that, which is much more affordable. Unless you're having actual PRV problems, or your lid is bent pretty bad, I wouldn't buy the $50 kit, because you can buy a keg for that. Cheers, everyone.